Tech's playing against a Big South team. So far, Tech is 2-0. The ball is in the air, and here we go. Hokies win the tip as Van Zegeren pulls it down to Wilson, and Virginia Tech will start with the basketball. Moving to our right, Winthrop opens man-to-man. See how the Hokies attack Winthrop with a much different lineup out there, with Will Johnston starting at the two-guard spot this evening. Wilson handles on the left side. Pick and roll, lobs to Van Zegeren, who lays it in. The tallest guy on the floor. An assist for Wilson, a layup for Van Zegeren.
Nice little pick and roll there, and a good finish by Joy. They wanted to get the ball down inside. They do on the first possession, and Joy Van Zegeren delivers.
At the head of the key, Andre Smith of Winthrop heaves a three, and that's no good. And Barksdale clears to Karam for Virginia Tech. Two-hand outlet. Feeds Wilson down the floor. He goes, and he gets whistled for a walk. There was a collision, but he was going down the lane on Keon Johnson. It is almost comical, unless you have watched them play and you see how good they are. But Keon Johnson is 5'4", bringing the ball up the court.
And he was so quick, though, Bill. He did a great job of staying with Devin Wilson as he was juking and jiving there. He never left him, so he calls that turnover.
Johnson flips it on the left side to Andre Smith. He's the big guard at 5'9".
Generous.
Yeah. They reverse the ball around to the right wing to Jerome, the senior from Georgia. 15 to shoot. Opening minute, Johnson's left wing jumper to tie it is in and out. Rebound tip tie in the air to Van Zegeren. Here come the Hokies on the move. They've been getting off to great starts here this week. 18-5 last Monday and 21-5 Friday. A lob low, and Van Zegeren had it blocked as he went up the dunk by Brown. Down the other way comes Winthrop quickly as Smith hands to Johnson. Gets it back, pitches right corner. Jerome bombs a three, and that's no good. Hokies get another defensive rebound. They're 4 for 4 on the rebounding thus far. And Wilson brings it across the line for the home team. Lobs to Barksdale at the right elbow. 2-0 Virginia Tech opening 2 minutes. Will Johnston one arms a pass on the right side to Barksdale, and then gets it back out high, and the Virginia Tech offense resets against the Winthrop man-to-man. Opening minutes of the game from Blacksburg. Barksdale catches on the right with 11 to shoot. Now to Eddy. Dumps it low. Van Zegeren the catch and the layup. Hokies clearly pounding it inside early to start this game tonight.
Great job by Jarell. Eddy passed up a good shot that he had there, Billy, coming off the screen, but he gave it up for Big Joey. And Joey again gets it to go.
Johnson in the front court on the right wing for Winthrop. Hokies have jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Hokies stay man-to-man. Smith on the left side, one-on-one with Johnston, goes behind the board, bounces to Jerome, takes it up, and his shot was blocked by Van Zegeren, but a late whistle and a foul called on the Virginia Tech sophomore.
Joey challenged. He's been doing a great job of protecting the rim. Really off to a good start as he's gotten his confidence up, playing a lot of minutes in place of CADARIAN Rains.
Winthrop has started this season 5-1. It's the best start for this school since they went to the NCAA Division I level. They were actually 8-1 back in 1980 before their Division I games. Started that year 19-2, but as well as they played in the 2000s when they went to 8 NCAA tournaments in 10 years under Greg Marshall, this is the best Division I start for a Winthrop team ever. 5-1. First free throw no good by Jerome. The second one is good. That makes it 4-1.
Pat Kelsey's a heck of a coach, Billy. They're going to have a hard time keeping him around. High energy guy, not very big.
Hokies get the ball to Johnston. An open three is an air ball, and it goes out of bounds off of Van Zegeren. Pat actually played here at Castle Coliseum as a guard under Skip Prosser at Xavier, and was an assistant coach both at Wake and Xavier. So he's been around. He's been here many times. 8 years he spent as Wake as an assistant coach under both Coach Prosser and Coach Gaudio.
Really nice guy.
Jerome at the head of the key. Jump pass. Skips to Smith on the left side off a deflection. And Winthrop sets up in the half court. Johnson has it on the left wing. A bounce pass down low to Larry Brown, posting up Van Zegeren. Spins baseline up and under, lays it in with the right hand.
Well, he did a nice job that first step to blow right by Joey Van Zegeren there, Billy, and finish up on the other side. Good job.
Hokies 4, Winthrop 3. Jarell Eddy, Virginia Tech's leading scorer, handles in the front court. Holds the ball high over his head. Reverses it on the left side to Will Johnston. Virginia Tech two guard tonight. Flips it back to Wilson on the left side. 15 to shoot. Off a screen, the Hokies get it to Barksdale. A pick and pop. The jumper is good. Nicely done. Hokies setting everybody up in ball screens, and they now lead it 6-3.
That Devin Wilson pass first guy.
At the other end, the 3-ball in the air by Keon Johnson is no good. Hokies have the rebound on the move. Wilson down the floor. Lob to Van Zegeren, and he slams it home with 2 hands.
Boy, how about Devin Wilson to start? He's off too, Billy. And Joey, big Joey running the floor, finishing with a 2-hand jam.
Third assist for Devin Wilson. Hokies leading 8-3 for the opening 3.5 minutes. Andre Smith, front court left wing. 2 hands the ball to the front of the circle to Jerome, who has to scamper to midcourt to get it. Back on the left side to Smith. Puts it on the hardwood. Dribble handoff to Keon Johnson. Back on the right side to Smith. A ball fake with 10. They get it back to Johnson deep in the left corner. His floater is good, and that makes it 8-5.
Well, he released that just in the nick of time as Joey Van Zegeren was closing fast. Nice little floater.
Smith averages 14 points a game. Keon Johnson averages 13. Both of the diminutive, I should say, guards for Winthrop. 8-5, Tech leading. In the front court, Barksdale hands it off to Devin Wilson, left of the lane. Winthrop plays straight man-to-man. Devin flips to Johnson into the corner to Eddie for a 3, and that hit the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Van Zegeren puts it in, and the foul. Van Zegeren has done everything well to start the game tonight, but he misses the free throw. The score remains 10-5. That was the first foul, by the way, on Winthrop right before the timeout. So the team fouls are now even at 1.
Marshall Wood in the game now for JJ.
First time tonight we've seen Marshall, and he's playing the 4 spot. A driving layup attempt by Larry Brown is no good, and the rebound of the Hokies, Devin Wilson. Here comes Tech on the move the other way from our left to right. Wilson is guarded by Brandon Vega. He's a junior guard from Miami. It is a 3-guard Winthrop lineup. Wilson flips it on the right wing to Eddie. One-on-one with JOAB Jerome. 15 to shoot. Wood bounces it to Eddie. Baseline on the left side. He's posting up the smaller player. Gets it back out front to Johnston at the head of the key. 8 to shoot. Wilson crosses over, goes to his left, flips to Eddie. A baseline drive, a floater, off the rim missing. Van Zegeren the rebound, and he puts it off the glass and rim, misses that. Pinballs around into the corner, and Scott comes away with it for Winthrop. Jared Scott outlets the ball to Andre Smith. Explodes baseline, but an illegal screen whistled on Brown as he shifted to create space.
Picked off Devin Wilson there. He knew it. He had a little smile on his face after Jerry Heater made the call there. Boy, Big Joey had a golden opportunity there, Billy. He needs to just continue to get bigger, though. He's gotten so much bigger and stronger than a year ago.
You're not kidding. 8 points and 3 rebounds in the first 5.5 minutes of this game tonight for Van Zegeren. But he should dominate this smaller team. Hokies have the ball in the front court, leading by 5. Wood bombs and scores a 3-ball from the right side. His 8th of the season, and the Hokies lead it 13-5.
Again, Devin Wilson just giving it up for an open teammate.
Here's Vega going down the lane, scoops it up, misses. Fight for the rebound, and Winthrop comes away with it. Scott out to Moore. A ball fake, a lob right back to Scott. Jump pass out to the right wing to Jerome. He'll bomb a 3, and that is no good. Rebound goes off of Johnston, and a foul on Winthrop. It's going to be a push on Bourne, the young man from Alexandria. This kind of continues a trend, doesn't it? It was 18-5 Monday, 21-5 to start the game Friday. Now you look up at the scoreboard, and the Hokies are off to another good start. They lead 13-5 tonight.
Jarell Eddie's going to take a little bit of a break. Get C.J. Barksdale back in. J.J. going to try to keep those guys fresh. Limited bodies tonight for the Hokies.
Out front, Marshall Wood has it for Tech. It's whistled for a walk in the open floor. If you're just joining us, the Hokies have Adam Smith and 4 guards sitting next to each other on the bench that can't play tonight.
Good to see Ben dressed, though. That's a step up.
He's in his uniform.
He's been upgraded.
Wood blocks the shot of Davenport out of bounds. Josh Davenport, the freshman, went down the lane, and Marshall came over and swatted his shot away.
He sure did. He timed that one perfectly and did it without fouling, too, Billy. Hokies excellent body control. Can't afford to get in foul trouble tonight.
Tech leading 13-5. Winthrop inbounds in the front court. The lob comes into Bourne. Quickly hands it off to Jarrett Scott right of the lane. Passes in front of the Tech bench to Davenport. Back to Moore. One-on-one with Johnston. They run a lot of dribble weaves out front and ball handoffs at the top of the circle. Vega drives baseline, goes behind the board. Bounces to Moore. His jumper is good for 3. Keon Moore makes it 13-8.
Good dribble penetration. Kick it out to the shooter. Moore was able to get the bucket to go.
In the front court, here's Devin Wilson of Tech, flipping it to Barksdale at the top of the circle. He'll heave a three, left alone. That one hit the back of the iron, no good. And Xavier. I'm looking at Kelsey over there. I say Xavier. Winthrop has the rebound. Vega down the floor. Jump pass on the right wing to Bourne. He puts it up and in, and it's 13-10.
2 quick buckets. 2 good operations on offense. Well done. Taking advantage of they're maxing out that possession.
7.5 minutes into the game. A 3-point Virginia Tech lead over visiting Winthrop. Will Johnston, first start of the season, 5th of his career, dribbles at the head of the key against Moore. Brings the ball to the wing on the right and hands to Wilson. Devin Wilson dribbles with the left hand, hands it off to Wood, left of the lane with 13 to shoot. Back to Wilson out front. Straight Winthrop, man-to-man to start the game tonight. Devin, a jump pass to Barksdale, feeds Will Johnston. He bombs and misses from the wing. And a rebound to Davenport. At the other end, he shovels it into the front court to teammate Brandon Vega. Bounce pass.
Break, Billy, again, we talked about Will's not playing a lot of minutes up until this point. And so he was probably gassed. Probably why he missed both threes he took.
Tech has the basketball out of the timeout. It's 8-point lead.
Now back to Castle with Bill and Mike.
All right, Adam, thank you. Here the Hokies have a 1-point lead over visiting Winthrop, 13-12. Just over 8 minutes gone by in the first half. Hokies have the ball out of the timeout, and Jarell Eddy heaves a long three and drills it. First goal of the night for the Hokies' leading scorer, and it's 16-12. At the other end, Winthrop pushes quickly, and Moore answers with a three of his own from the left side.
Now Marshall Wood's got to come out and get a hand up in his face.
16-15. Wilson counterattacks for Virginia Tech, number 11 in white. Left-handed dribble, pulls the ball back out to the middle of the floor. He's guarded by Brandon Vega, a junior guard. He's actually a fourth-year junior, and a bad pass gets tipped away and stolen into the backcourt. Larry Brown down the floor on Van Zegeren. Couldn't finish as Joey came back to contest. Clears the rebound, lobs to Eddy, 2-on-2. Heaves another one. This three ball is short, and it tipped on the carom to Moore of Winthrop. A lob to midcourt to Davenport. Pushes to Vega for the layup, and it's good off the window. And Winthrop has its first lead of the night, 17-16.
Good job converting a 3-on-2 there.
Tech led by 8. Now Winthrop has the 1-point lead. At the other end, here is Marshall Wood flipping it to Jarell Eddy, left of the lane, guarded man-to-man by Moore, and a whistle away from the basketball. A holding foul on Brown as he grabbed a hold of Van Zegeren. That'll be team foul number 4, and the second on their center. And head coach Pat Kelsey will go to the bench, bringing Smith back into the lineup, along with the starting center James Bourne and the diminutive 5'4" point guard Keon Johnson. Hokies inbounding in the front court, down by 1. 17-16. Winthrop with the lead. Inbound to Marshall Wood. He catches it on the front court in the corner and reverses it back out high to Barksdale. Number 42 in Virginia Tech's white. Back to Wilson out front. Slides left, pitches to Wood. He's open. He pulls the trigger, and that's no good. Hokies are settling for an awful lot of jump shots, aren't they?
They got away from that inside game. Bourne had a good box out there on Joey Van Zegeren.
At the other end, Jerome pops from 12 and misses from the baseline on the right. Hokies clear the carom. Here's Wilson to midcourt. From our left to right, Devin Wilson, the freshman point guard. Fires it low to Barksdale, draws the double, gives it to Van Zegeren, but he walked with the ball. Nicely done because it was a post-to-post pass, but the Hokies turn it over on the walk.
Great thought, though. C.J. Barksdale, the double team comes, and he bounce passes it to Joey, but Joey couldn't control it, walked before he got the bucket to go. Tough break.
Midway through the first half, Winthrop with a 1-point lead and the basketball. Mansfield, Ohio native Johnson walks it across the line, and a whistle down low. And a foul whistled on the Hokies away from the basketball. It's on Eddy. And the second foul on Tech, first on Eddy. Davenport will sit. Here's Jared Scott, freshman from Lumberton, South Carolina, into the ball game now for Pat Kelsey's team. Winthrop will inbound, leading by 1 here in the first half. 17-16 the score. Hokies have switched to a 2-3 zone. I needed to see the ball move around first. Andre Smith lobs it to the left side. It gets deflected, but Jerome gets it back. 2-3 zone. Out front, here's Smith. Pages it to Keon Johnson, right of the lane. 12 to shoot. Johnson out front, puts it on the deck, into the lane, challenges Van Zegeren, who blocked his shot, but Scott bangs home the rebound.
Nobody got a body on Scott there. Excellent job by Joey getting a piece of the ball, protecting the rim.
It's a 14-3 run for Winthrop, but the Eddie answers with a long one from the right wing, and that ties the game at 19 for Virginia Tech. At the other end, here's Keon Johnson lobbing to Jerome left of the lane. Into the corner, Smith pops a three that hit the side of the board. Jarell Eddy to rebound for the Hokies on the move from left to right. Bounces a bad pass, intercepted at midcourt by Smith. It's a run out, and he'll lay it in with the left hand off the glass.
You don't see that very often. Wilson a little bit careless with the ball there and got his pocket picked.
21-19, Winthrop with the lead. Wilson counterattacks for the Hokies and hands it off on the left side to Marshall Wood. A bounce pass on the right to Jarell. One-on-one at the top of the key against Andre Smith. That's a matchup Tech would like to see down low. Eddy lobs it in the corner. Barksdale the catch. The drive, the shot off the glass and the rim is no good. And the rebound to Wood, and the Hokies with a fresh shot clock reload out front at the 8-minute mark, trailing by 2, 21-19.
They need to get the ball down inside. Let Jarell go down and post up his man.
Wilson on the wing on the right, flips it out to Barksdale. Around the horn to Eddy, a catch and shot. Fouled, it goes in for 3, and the foul on JOAB Jerome.
We'll have a couple shows at our bowl site soon to be announced. That'll be fun, always is.
Now a 3-point shot for Eddy, a chance for a 4-point play now for Jarell Eddy as he made that jump shot and was fouled. And the Hokies, who trailed, well, that 4-point play is huge, isn't it?
Oh, it's huge. Jarell Eddy's been huge. Billy made a couple threes
in a row, and he was scoreless the first 8 minutes of the game, and now he's up to 10. 23-21. He's a volume shooter and a volume scorer.
He's got the green light to go, go, go.
In the front court, Keon Moore bombs a three, and that is no good, and Byer has the rebound for Tech. Christian Byer, the walk-on from New Bern, North Carolina, in the game for the Hokies, along with CADARIAN Rains, Will Johnston, Jarell Eddy, and Wilson. 7:23 to go in the first half. Wilson has it. Lobs it out to Byer. Into the corner, Jarell. The catch, the shot. It is good again. Eddy is on fire. He's up to 13 points, all in the last 5 minutes.
And he's putting on a clinic beyond the arc.
Hokies by 5. There's a drive by Moore. Threw it away. Pass picked off by Byer. Gets it to Wilson. 2-on-2 as Rains runs with him. Down the floor. Pass goes into the corner, and Johnston tried to dive to save it. Devin tried to get the ball to Rains, who was doing a nice job running the floor. You got to give him credit. They just didn't convert.
Tried that wrap-around pass and just couldn't get there in time. That was a tough angle for Devin Wilson. Yeah, you got to watch the body language of CADARIAN Rains. He knows if he doesn't play hard, and he knows if he's not productive, he's going to be right back on the bench.
Hokies on a 10-2 run. I believe all 10 scored by Eddy. In the front court, here's JOAB Jerome. Lost the handle of the ball. Eddy with the strip. Hokies sprint down the floor. Eddy goes to the goal with the right hand, banks it in. An incredible run by Jarell Eddy, and Virginia Tech now leads by 7, 28-21. And a timeout taken. Hokie Hoops experience. You could win 2 tickets to a sold-out ACC game here at Castle. A parking pass and more. Register online right now at vtcontest.com. It's presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage. Former Xavier Musketeer guard Pat KELSEY coaching Winthrop. 2nd year as the head coach of this team. They had the lead, but now the Hokies lead by 7. Winthrop has the ball out of the timeout.
Hokies back to zone.
Keon Moore has it on the right wing, hands it off to JOAB Jerome. Back to Moore, driving and pitching it to Johnston. Short hops it, gets it back to Jerome. Into the corner, Johnson a ball fake, a drive to the goal. Out to Jerome again for a 3, and it's good from the right side. That makes it 28-24.
Hokies played good defense, though, Billy. That's a nice job. I mean, he pulled the trigger on that shot with 7 on the shot clock, so he made him work for that possession.
4-point game. Virginia Tech with the lead in the ball. Eddy in the front court. Hokies reverse it around to Rains underneath the Barksdale. A collision and a foul call. Team foul number 6. Play. And Virginia Tech's lead is 4, 28-24.
CADARIAN trying to make a play there, passing the ball to Barksdale.
Inbound to Jarell Eddy. He scored 15 straight Tech points. Goes to the goal, had it stripped on the way up by Jerome. Hokies will inbound to the front court.
He took him right to the rack. Smart play, though. Got the height advantage.
Hey, when you score 15 straight, or one of your teammates does, you get him the ball, right?
That's right. Feed him. Heck yeah.
Inbound to Eddy. The quick catch and shot. Good again. Fade rebounds. 17 straight points for Jarell Eddy, and the Hokies lead it 30-24.
Putting on a clinic, my man. Inside, outside, fading away.
At the other end, Johnson one-arms a pass on the right side to Moore. The Winthrop three-guard alignment. Pass picked off by Eddy. He gets a steal there as well. And he'll walk the ball up the floor. He's playing the point guard spot now, with Devin Wilson getting a bit of a breather. And he's guarded by Johnson. Hokies by 6 with the ball. Eddy lobs it low. CADARIAN played just 3 minutes last Monday and did not play Friday. Coach's decision, and now he's playing here this evening. Chance to get on the scoreboard. His free throw is good, and the Hokies open up the lead to 7, 31-24. Wilson and Wood return for the Hokies. Barksdale and Jarell. Eddy get a breather. Jarell scored 17 points in a row for the Hokies before the Reigns free throw.
Outstanding job. CADARIAN Reigns 12 of 16 at the line now this year.
And he makes the next one as well. Hokies are at a 72% clip as a team, but their big guys have done well. Barksdale's 14 of 15, and Wood is 11 of 12. So their bigs have shot okay from the line.
They have.
The lead is 8 for Virginia Tech. Down low, a foul is called as Bourne got the ball and muscled it up. And the foul is called inside on the Hokies.
Fouls on Reigns. First one on CADARIAN.
What does it mean when you're a senior, you put so much into it, Mike, and then you get benched?
Well, it hurts mentally. But part of the problem is CADARIAN. I mean, it's what between his ears. I mean, there are other things you can do besides scoring to help your team. There's no reason why you can't come out and have a great effort in practice. You can be a rebounder, a guy that can defend, a shot blocker and whatnot. But when your attitude goes south, you got to look in the mirror when that happens, Billy, and fix it. JJ will not tolerate that. Did the right thing, I think.
Bourne makes both free throws. He's a southpaw. He drills them both. The new score is the Hokies 32 and Winthrop 25.
I mean, look at what Jarell Eddy has done as a senior. How well he's playing, taking advantage, knowing the clock's ticking on your career, at least his college career.
Yeah. Hokies with the basketball in the front court. Will Johnston pitches it to Wood, gets it back. He's open. He guns it. It's good for 3.
You're not going to keep Will Johnston down too long. Missed his first 2, but makes that one. Hokies stay in that 2-3 zone.
They lead the game 35-26. 4:18 to go in the half. Winthrop has it out front. Brandon Vega dribbling at the top of the circle. Fakes right, goes left, and walked with it. Turnover number 5 on the Eagles. Hokies will get the ball back, leading by 9, 35-26. They've been led tonight by Jarell Eddy with 17 first half points. He got 17 in a row at one point, after Van Zegeren got off to the hot start with 8. Winthrop's been led, Mikey, by James Bourne with 6, Keon Moore with 6.
Might have to check the books, Billy. I'm not sure if anybody's done that in the past. 17 in a row.
Down low, Reigns catches, baseline left, draws the double, gets it to Fire, and instead of shooting, he tried to get the basketball to Wood, who was going up for the rebound. JJ's telling Christian, go ahead and shoot the ball, son. You're a walk-on, but you can shoot it.
Yeah, just trying to make the extra pass.
He'll make it the next time. Let's step aside. That's the 4 and under media timeout. Hokies.
Our Hokie Sports Report. All that coming up at halftime. Right now, the conclusion of the first half from the Castle. Bill Roth, Mike Burnham.
All right, Adam, thanks. And folks, if you've got a future college student in your life, let Virginia 529, the official college savings plan of the Hokies, help you save for college absolutely tax-free. Tame the tuition monster. Learn more at virginia529.com. Winthrop with the basketball out of the timeout. And a quick 3 by Johnson off the front of the rim is no good. The rebound rolls into the corner. And a Winthrop player had it, but was on the sideline with it. Devin Carter went diving for it. And that'll give Virginia Tech the basketball. You know, we have not seen Prescott here tonight, Mike. Sophomore swingman Tevin Prescott, who averages about 9 per game and 4 rebounds. They wouldn't tell us before the game. That is not uncommon when the other team has an injury that it's trying to squelch. You don't let everybody know. So he's hurt. They told us before the game he may not play, but it's just an injury, but they didn't want us to know what it was.
Yeah, and that's a big loss for him, Bill. 6'5", 180-pounder, shoots 68%. I mean, again,
he's on the bench. I mean, they got some athletic-looking kids over there in sweats, too.
They do.
Eddie, a left-wing jumper for Tech. That one rimmed out. A rare miss for Eddie. The ball on the rebound gets kicked to him off a knee. Hands to Wilson into the corner to Wood. Marshall gets closer. The floater is off the rim, misses. Raines the rebound layup.
Oh, good job by CADARIAN Raines. Hanging around the rim there, getting the garbage, putting it up with 2 hands.
11-point Virginia Tech lead. Davenport has it in the front court at the elbow on the left side. Back to Johnson, the 5'4" guard from Ohio. 2:50 to go, first half. Andre Smith catches, flips it back to Johnson out front. Before the shot, which is no good, a foul was called, and it's on Raines for shoving Bourne. That'll be team foul number 4 on Tech. Had that gone down, it would have been waved off.
Second foul on Raines. Big Joey hops up, and he'll, in all likelihood, and he does, replace CADARIAN Raines. Good to see CADARIAN, though, come out there and have a little effort, get a bucket, have a little success.
Here's Josh Davenport to throw the basketball in for Winthrop. They're from Rock Hill, South Carolina, just on the other side of the state line from Charlotte. 2 hours and 45 minutes away from Tech. Bourne catches, front court, left wing. Dribbles with his right hand. He's guarded in the half court by the Hokies' Joey Van Zegeren. Hands it back to Davenport. Got the ball stripped away, and here come the Hokies. With numbers, a lob, the catch, missed layup, and a foul was called. Wilson threw it up to Van Zegeren, but he was bumped as he went to dunk.
Yeah, Bourne was trailing the play there, Billy. He was giving him credit for running the floor there, the big fella. But he did foul Joey from behind.
Winthrop is so close, Mike. They just drove up today. A lot of times you don't see that in college basketball. Coaches like to go to a road site the night before, but Winthrop just got on the bus, came up to Blacksburg. They didn't actually check into the hotel here. They had to shoot around at Castle and got the kids off their feet. But just come and play. Heck, the NBA way, right?
That's right. Show up and play, go home. Did that a couple times with Bill Foster, didn't we?
That was Bill's strategy. He'd just go play.
Hey, man, let's go.
Van Zegeren misses both free throws. Here comes Jerome down the floor, and Wilson skied to block his shot. Smith gets the rebound, misses a long 3, and Wilson has the rebound. A blocked shot by Devin Wilson. Pushing it quickly. Lots of confidence. Feeds it to Johnston. Bombs and misses a 3. High rebound. Caroms and bounces to Johnson of Winthrop. Here come the Eagles. Winthrop down the floor. Tries to shoot over Devin, and that time he muscles it in.
How about that? The little fella, Keon Johnson, all 5'4", goes up strong. Shows some body control. The hang time to get it to kiss off the glass.
That's the Tech lead to 9. Wilson at the other end drives. Dishes to Jarell Eddie. Open for a 3, and it is good.
He did a great job of getting Jerome up in the air there, Billy. Step behind the line and drains yet another 3-ball.
20-point first half for Eddie. Smith at the other end with a foot on the line. Drills a left wing jumper. It's a 2-pointer for Andre Smith. 40-30 is the score. We expected a high-scoring game tonight, and it looks like we're going to get it.
Yeah, the pace of the game has picked up a little bit here.
Wilson lobs it to Marshall Wood. He's open, but he walked first. He was so wide open, he was surprised.
He should have took that thing right to the rack and jammed it home. You can't settle for those outside shots when you got a clear path to the hoop.
Wood will take a breather. The Tech lineup now has Barksdale with Van Zegeren, Eddie, Johnston, and point guard Devin Wilson. The Hokies playing tonight game without Benamelagu and without Adam Smith. 2 double-figure scores. Defensively, Virginia Tech back to its man-to-man. Here is Donovan Carter. Little used senior hands it off to Johnson. Back to Smith for the 3, and that's no good off the rim. Rebound, and Jerome got it, but walked with it underneath. Turnover on the visitors.
Got tied up amongst the trees there and shuffled those feet.
Hokies, who lead the ACC in three-point shooting, have hit 50% tonight. They're 7 of 14 from long range, led by Jarell Eddie. He has 20 first-half points for the Hokies.
I mean, his career high is just 28, Billy.
In the front court, here is Barksdale in front of Pat KELSEY and the Winthrop bench. A pass to Jarell. Back to Barksdale. Muscles it up, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Another give and go. Nice passing. The Hokies are a really nice passing basketball team.
Wait, you got a guy like Devin Wilson there, kind of sets the tone and leads the charge. Pass first guy. You know, went back and did a little looking there. Jamon Gordon had over 100 assists all 4 years, Billy.
Wilson's on his way to that. Here is 21-year-old junior C.J. Barksdale at the free throw line shooting two. He misses the first. They're going to sound the horn here. They were confused on who the foul was on the previous play. Here's the second one from Barksdale. It's good. 41-30 is the score.
Moore's going to check in. Keon Moore for Pat Kelsey.
And Carter, who doesn't play much. He's only played 2 games. He's not scored a point. He was in there for a couple of minutes. He sits down now. Virginia Tech by 11. 35 seconds to go in the first half. Winthrop's Keon Johnson walks it up the floor. Looking up at everybody. He's probably heard all the little man jokes you've ever heard, hadn't you? He's overcome a lot to play Division I hoops. He'll heave a 3 and score from way outside. The 5'4" guard drills it from long range.
Look at how he gets down in that defensive stance, Billy. He will drive you absolutely nuts.
Last shot for Tech. 8 seconds to go. Barksdale front court right wing, and a foul away from the basketball. It's going to be
Claude inside. Scott holding Van Zegeren.
It's going to be the 10th foul, so 2 shots now for Van Zegeren. Hokies 41 and Winthrop 33. Scott commits the foul. That'll be his first. So Van Zegeren goes back to the free throw line where he struggled somewhat this season. He is 0 for 3 tonight. Here's the first of 2. And it rattles home. 42-33. Virginia Tech by 9 with 5 seconds left. They're going to get Carter back into the game for Johnson. That's a bit of a surprise. They're going to get a long shot here at the horn.
Hey, you think he was the guy that could push it up the court for you really fast, too. Joey up to 9 points now. Jarell Eddy with 20. What a half.
Van Zegeren misses the second one. Rebound to Winthrop. Last shot time. Smith coming down the sideline, going to the goal. And he had his shot blocked by Van Zegeren at the horn. Kelsey's asking, was it on its way down? And it looked like a clean block.
Yeah, it looked like
no argument.
It looked like it was on his way up, and Joey Van Zegeren just timed that one perfectly. Misses the free throw, but he comes back and makes a good play defensively.
Halftime score, Virginia Tech 42 and Winthrop 33. Adam Witten's coming up next after this from Virginia 529.
A message.
20 minutes up on the clock as we get set to start the second half in Blacksburg. Hokies leading 42-33. Winthrop will get the ball to begin the second half, and here we go. Andre Smith will handle, running the point for Winthrop. He's joined on the court by Keon Johnson, JOAB Jerome, James Bourne, and Larry Brown, the 5 starters for Winthrop. First possession of the second half, and the Eagles get the ball to Jerome on the wing. He dribbles to the left side. Back to Smith out front. Hokies open in the second half. Man-to-man, and Johnson, a right-wing jumper in the air, is good again. He's a good-looking player. 42-35.
Good-looking player and a quick release. Devin Wilson couldn't get up there in time.
Wilson brings the ball up the floor for Tech. He's joined on the court by Joey Van Zegeren, Will Johnston, Jarell Eddy, and C.J. Barksdale, the starting 5 for James Johnson's team tonight. Barksdale handles on the wing on the left side. 2 hands it back to the top of the circle to Wilson. Slides right out to Barksdale. A ball fake, a drive, a collision, and a charge is called. Credit Bourne for standing in there to draw that. He's shaken up on the play. CJ and Bourne really collided. He's having a hard time getting to his feet.
Yeah, he is. I think he took a shot. Got the wind knocked out of him for a moment. That's a good job, though, standing there taking the charge. CJ was a little bit out of control.
That is the first foul on Barksdale and the first foul in the second half. They're going to let the shaken up Winthrop player catch his breath. The officials had a faux discussion there, did they?
I think they wanted to make sure. I think Jerry Heater just was making sure that there's nothing hard about the foul or anything like that. Nobody out of control. It did not go to the monitor. All good. Let's play.
Johnson in the front court, dribbles the basketball to the right wing for Winthrop, drives down the lane and draws contact.
Wilson, Joey's there to protect the rim. Could have called the foul really on either Tech player.
So 2 shots now for Johnson. He's a good shooter. 83% makes the first. It's 42-36. And this young man at 5'4" out of Mansfield, Ohio, will shoot again.
He's a great free throw shooter, as is Andre Smith at 88%.
Where's jersey number 5 for the Winthrop Eagles after their best start ever as a Division I team at 5-1. He misses the second free throw. Hokies have the Kerem leading by 6. Wilson into the front court from right to left. Hands it to Barksdale. Number 42 in white lobs it low. Van Zegeren couldn't catch it as they collapsed on him inside, and Jerome counterattacks for the visitors from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Gets it to Johnson, over to Jerome on the right. A ball fake and a drive to the goal, puts it up and in. 42-38 the score. A quick start for the visitors.
Taking it right to the rack.
At the other end, Devin Wilson counterattacks for the Hokies. Hands it off to Barksdale against the man-to-man. He's guarded by Brown. Now to Will Johnston in the middle of the floor. Making his 5th career start tonight and 1st of the year. Hands it off to Eddie, left of the lane, guarded by Jerome. He draws the double. And double dribbled.
Yep, knew it as soon as he started. Boy, sloppy start here for the Hokies.
You're not kidding. Winthrop has scored the first 5 points of this half. It's 42-38. And Marshall Wood will come into the lineup for Barksdale. Hokies have been a very spurty team this year.
Team of runs.
In the victories over Furman on this court and Radford on Friday, much of the game was even, but the Hokies have put together those 23-2 runs or 18-0 runs, and they made the score lopsided. Here's a drive to the goal by Brown, turns to shoot, misses with the right hand, and Wood clears the rebound. Outlets the basketball to Devin Wilson. On the move, number 11 in white, dribbles behind his back once, jump pass over here, it's saved in bounds by Wood. Nicely. Devin didn't look, no one was there to catch that initially. Wilson goes down the lane, nice drive, and he scores right over Andre Smith. 44-38. Johnson, no counterattacks for Winthrop. Races down the right sideline. Oh, can he scoot? Pull-up jumper in the air for him. No good off the back of the rim. And the rebound to Jarell Eddy of Virginia Tech. And the Hokies counterattack from our right to left. Shooting at the south goal, Eddy steps into one and scores again. 22 points now for Jarell Eddy. It's an 8-point Hokies lead.
Jerome went for the steal, which left Jarell Eddy wide open for another shot.
Winthrop with the ball in the front court. Smith in front of his own bench. Open for 3. Pulls the trigger. Got it.
Well, he's wide open on that play, Billy. No Hokie was anywhere near him.
Lead down to 5. 46-41 the score. Wilson at the other end for the Hokies. Penetrates right by his man. Puts it up, and he's fouled. Free throws coming up.
Good aggressive take there by Devin Wilson. Being a little more assertive here in this second half.
We talked with Pat Kelsey before the game, Mike. You know, he had that emotional post-game press conference last year after Winthrop's loss at Ohio State. It was right after the Sandy Hook shootings. And in a passionate post-game address, Pat talked about the fact that he had 2 beautiful daughters.
And tall.
Pat played against the Hokies on this court as a scrappy little guard at Xavier on a really good team under Skip Prosser, the former Wake coach, and now the second generation of Prosser's coaching over there is Mark Prosser, who is one of Winthrop's assistants, associate head coach. First free throw is good here for Devin Wilson. 47-41.
Oh, he looks so much like Skip, doesn't he?
Oh, Mark Prosser?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, yeah. Second free throw rattles in for Devin. He's attempted more free throws than anybody on this team. And that gives Virginia Tech a 7-point lead now, 48-41.
Joey had to go to the locker room, Bill. Got a little blood there. Dave Dieter had to come out and clean up some during that break.
Here's Smith in the front court for Winthrop. Pitches to Scott. He'll step into a 3. Nothing but the board.
I'm not sure that's the shot they were looking for.
And he missed it badly. Hokies come down the floor. Wilson penetrates right by Johnson again, and he grabbed him on the way by. 2 more free throws coming up, and the foul is on Keon Johnson. That'll be his first.
First foul on him.
He'll sit down now. I think that is the liability that he has. He's really quick on the offensive end, but at the other end, Vega likely the better defender, Brandon Vega, who checks in for him. Wilson to throw the basketball in for the Hokies. Zips it into Jarell Eddy. Had to catch it with his left hand. The pass was thrown a bit behind him. He draws the double, gets it back to Devin, right off the lane. The 6'4", 185-pound freshman point guard for Virginia Tech. Wilson brings the basketball to the left side. Now to Johnston in the corner. 15 to shoot. Devin gets it out front of his own bench. Puts it on the deck. Goes by Vega. Wrap around feet to Johnston. Lets it go and misses a jumper. Rebound on the floor to Winthrop. Jerome pitches to midcourt to Smith. Crosses over at the top of the circle. Reverses it on the left side. Jerome catching it there. Off a ball screen, comes to his right. Early in the second half, Virginia Tech leads by 7. Hokies led by 9 at halftime. Jerome heaves a left wing three and scores from the left side. The senior from suburban Atlanta brings Winthrop to within 4.
A good start to the second half for the Winthrop team. Executing very well offensively.
At the other end, Will Johnston has it for Virginia Tech. Hokies 48, Eagles 44. Jarell Eddy has it, a post feed, caught by Raines. Jump hook with the right hand, missed it off the glass and the rim. High rebound to Winthrop's Jared Scott. The freshman gets it down the floor to Smith, who's fouled in transition. That'll send us to a timeout. So Winthrop has cut a 9-point halftime lead down to 4. The first media timeout of the second half. And our coverage continues after this from UPS.
The chalkboard.
Shooting very well offensively, Bill. They made 4 of 7 shots to start the second half at 57%, and even better, 2 of 3 beyond the arc. And the Hokies have turned it over 3 times in the second half.
Winthrop will inbound in the front court. Hokies go back to the 2-3 zone. Vega has it out front. Their number 2 point guard flips it over to Andre Smith right of the lane. Vega zips it low and a bad pass deflects. It comes underneath to Scott. He puts it in and one. And all of a sudden, Winthrop is down 48-46.
And the fouls on CADARIAN Raines. Got him with the body there.
Hokies haven't played a lot of zone this year. And it would not be the zone, or I should say the defensive choice for James Johnson. However, with Rankin out, and Amelagu out, and Smith out, Hokies want to try to rest the only 2 guards they really have dressed tonight. And that is Wilson and Johnston. So the only way to do that is to play a little zone. Scott's free throw, no good. Remains a 2-point Hokies lead. Devin coming up the right sideline for Virginia Tech. He's played a strong game tonight. One-on-one with Vega. Lost the ball down the lane. It rolls free. Barksdale dives for it, and they'll tie it up. But first, a timeout called by Tech. So the Hokies will have the ball coming out of the timeout. A break in the action. 14:43 to go here in the second half. It's Virginia Tech 48, Winthrop 46. Now let's pause and hear this from... All right, Adam, thanks. A tight one here tonight. Red hot Winthrop off to its best start ever as a Division I team at 5-1. And the Hokies have won 2 games in a row and are 5-3 on the season. It's a 48-46 Virginia Tech lead. 5.5 minutes gone by in the second half. The Hokies will inbound in the front court. Devin Wilson to throw it in, and he lobs it into Barksdale on the left side, and the Hokies will set up in the half court against the Eagles man-to-man.
Joey Van Zegeren back on the bench now. Came out of the locker room just a moment ago.
After he got cut on a previous possession. Wood out front, one arms at the Eddy on the wing. 9 to shoot. Wilson the catch in front of his own bench. Off a screen, slides to his left. Flips it into the corner. Johnston the catch. The shot. No good up the front of the rim. Rebound Marshall Wood of Virginia Tech. Finds the cutter Eddy. Puts it up. And a block called on the missed shot. Free throws coming up for Eddy. The foul will be called on Brandon Vega. That'll be his first and the team's third.
That was a great job by Marshall Wood. Jared Scott, the big fella, had boxed him out, but Marshall Wood just skied right over top of him. Got that rebound and kept that possession alive.
Calling the shot. Rather the foul before the shot, so the Hokies will inbound in the front court right under the basket. Wilson to throw it in. Number 11 in white pitches into Jarell Eddy deep in the left corner. Eddy against JOAB Jerome, who's got him arm's length away defensively. Hands it back to Wilson with a left-hand dribble. Into the middle of the floor he goes. Now back to midcourt as the Hokies shoot at the south goal. Eddy couldn't handle the pass from Marshall Wood, turning it over. Winthrop counterattacks into the front court. Here they come. A driving layup blocked out of there as Moore went to shoot. It was swatted out of there by the Hokies. That was Wood that got it. At the other end, Wilson, no-look dish to Johnston. Puts it up and no good from the right wing. Rebound, whistle blows, ball out of bounds off of Wood.
Well, Will Johnston had a wide open shot from the corner there, Billy, as the Hokies pushed in transition. He couldn't believe it. The bench couldn't believe it. But again, sometimes when you play extended minutes, your legs get a little tired. You don't get into the motion as well as some other times.
Without Amelagu and Smith tonight, the Hokies have had to rely on Will Johnston. Play a ton of minutes. He started. It was his first start of the year and his 5th career start. Will's averaging about 11.5 minutes a game. He's going to play 2 or 3 times that tonight.
Yeah, 16 in the first half.
In the front court here is Scott, flipping it on the near wing to teammate Keon Moore of Winthrop. Penetrates on Will. Whistle blows. Traveling violation called. And that will give the ball back to Virginia Tech. And I think Byer coming in, Mike, is a reflection that J.J. senses exactly what you do about Johnston. He's a little bit tired right now.
Yeah, it's a lot of minutes. He's played over 22 minutes already. So Christian Byer will come in and spell him for a moment.
48-46, Virginia Tech with the lead and the ball here at Castle Coliseum over red-hot Winthrop. Eagles' lone loss this year was to VCU. Out front, Eddy dribbles with the right hand, gets open, lean-in jump shot is good.
Jarell Eddy continues to pace, jamming down shots.
50-46, Hokies now by 4. At the other end, Davenport handles it, flips it on the near wing to Moore, penetrates the baseline. A long pass into the corner, a 3-ball is up and good for Davenport. 50-49, the lead is down to 1 for Virginia Tech over visiting Winthrop. Out front, Christian Byer handles for the Hokies in the half court. The walk on from New Bern, throws it away, pass picked off by Vega. Here comes Winthrop, Vega down the floor, puts it up, misses the shot. Got his own miss, but was out of bounds with it. On the baseline, he got the rebound, Mike, but when he landed, he stepped on the baseline.
Great hustle play, though. Well, they had a chance, Billy, to take the lead right there. Just a lazy pass from Christian Byer, trying to get the ball down inside of C.J. Barksdale. Overplay was there. Turnover on the Hokies.
50-49, Tech with the lead and the ball here in the second half. Jarell Eddy handles it on the front court, swings it on the near wing. Byer with the catch there. Pick and roll, throws it behind Barksdale. 2 straight turnovers by Christian Byer.
JJ frustrated, but not a lot of bodies to play with tonight, trying to get the guys to play some smart, sound minutes.
The Eagles have opened the second half on a 16-8 run. And again, have a chance to take the lead now. Down by just 1 with 12:03 to play.
Turnovers are mounting for the Hokies.
Donovan Carter of Winthrop handles in the front court. Flips it over on the near wing to Bourne. Now back to Vega out front. 20 to shoot. Vega gives it over to Smith, right wing. Andre Smith, junior guard from Tampa. Patient Winthrop attack. Back to Vega. Reverses the basketball to the head of the key to Josh Davenport. 10 to shoot. Davenport brings the basketball to the left corner in front of his own bench. Bad pass. Van Zegeren reaches in. Knocks it free. A Winthrop turnover. Hokies counterattack. Here comes Wilson across the line. Devin pressured by Vega. Flips to Barksdale. Into the corner to Byer. He drives and flips it back to CJ. Around the horn on the right to Wilson. Takes it to the goal and he's fouled as he shoots. 15-8 to begin this second half.
I give Winthrop a lot of credit, Billy. They're not intimidated. They're playing well. They're shooting a high percentage, 55% in the second half, and made 3 of 4 beyond the arc. And they're defending the Hokies much, much better, creating some turnovers. Hokies up to 14 turnovers now.
That is a lot.
6 in the second half. They've only played 8 minutes.
Devin Wilson of Virginia Tech at the free throw line. The first one goes down for Devin. As I mentioned earlier, he has attempted more free throws than any other guy on this team, but shooting just 75%. He misses the second, then Van Zegeren goes over the back on the rebound and picks up his 3rd foul.
CADARIAN Reigns already has 3.
That might have been a mistake on the scoreboard. That's just his 2nd personal. Let me look at the screen here. 2 on Joey.
It says 2, yeah.
That's correct. Hokies by 2, 51-49. Here is Keon Johnson handling in the front court. Lobs it on the left to teammate Smith. Back to Keon. 3-guard alignment. Out of the head of the key to Jerome. Puts it on the deck. The drive. Bank shot with the left hand. No good off the glass. Rebound to Jarell Eddy of Virginia Tech. Outlets it to Wilson. 1-on-1 at the head of the key with Johnson. This is a matchup that Devin likes. Over to Barksdale. Open jumper in the air is good for 2.
Good job by C.J. Barksdale, showing the confidence to take that shot. It's just 5 points for C.J. tonight, but a big bucket there.
Hokies lead 53-49. Now at the other end, Johnston with a reach-in foul. That, by the way, was the 5th assist of the game for Wilson, who is now 47 on the year.
Pass first guy. Teammates love playing with somebody like that now.
Here's the inbound on the front court. A quick catch and shot for Andre Smith of Winthrop. No good, and a good rebound on the box out by Barksdale as he had Bourne sealed off, their big center. Wilson into the front court for Tech. Holds the ball high and flips it over to Barksdale left of the lane. 10:22 to go, second half. Hokies by 4 with the ball, looking to complete a 3-game homestand with 3 straight wins before ACC play opens Sunday afternoon in Coral Gables. Barksdale has it at the head of the key all the way back to midcourt now for Tech, and hands it off to Devin Wilson out front. Number 11 in white crosses over on Johnson, shovels it to Jarell Eddy, who lost the handle of the ball going up to shoot as Jerome reached in and stripped it away. Here's Smith at the other end for the visitors. Andre Smith dribbles to the wing, back to the near side, bombs and misses a 3. And Van Zegeren the rebound for Virginia Tech. Hokies counterattack with Wilson down the floor in front of his own bench. Stops and sets the Hokies up. Now with a left-hand dribble. Backs out, accelerates, and draws the foul on Johnson. He's having a hard time defensively tonight.
He is. Johnson can't believe the call. Tough break. Just a second foul on him, though. I think for the most part, he's done a pretty good job for the size that he is.
For a 5'4" guard?
Yeah, I mean, he's a tough little cookie.
He's a little cookie. But he's good. He's going to have a nice season for them. He's averaging 13.5 points a game. Good outside shooter.
Excellent free throw shooter.
15 3 balls already this year for him.
Yep.
Hokies have the basketball, leading by 4. Devin Wilson out front, throws it over to Barksdale, number 42 in white. Down low, Van Zegeren whistled for an illegal screen, or really an offensive foul, as he hooked Bourne. Not a good foul.
He sure did, yeah. Got that right elbow up, trying to get position. Give him credit. He's working hard down inside there, trying to get himself in position to get the dish.
So Van Zegeren commits a big foul there and goes to the bench.
3 on Joey, 3 on Raines.
Yeah, it's 3. They announced it was his 4th, but it's his 3rd. Both the scoreboard and the computer in front of us say 3. Here is Brown in the front court at the free throw line on a traveling violation whistled on Larry Brown. 8:56 to go in the game. Turnover itis afflicting both teams now. Garrett Scott will check in for Bourne. He's a bit tired as he heads to the bench over there next to his assistant coach Mark Prosser and Brian Thornton.
He's a big, thick dude there now.
Wilson across the line for Virginia Tech. It's been a sluggish second half for the Hokies offensively thus far. Raines flips it over to Jarell Eddy. He leads everybody with 24 tonight. Pitch to the post, caught by Raines, and he's fouled as he backs down Brown. That'll be team foul number 6. And the Hokies will inbound in the front court with 8:38 to go, but that is the 4th foul on Brown. Remember, as I mentioned earlier, Winthrop's also down a man with Tevin Prescott not playing tonight. And now as I look on the bench, Mike, they're attending to Bourne over there.
Yeah, he may have some blood on his jersey. I saw him looking at his jersey.
Hokies inbound, but they throw it away. Devin Wilson trying to throw it into Johnston. Another turnover. That's the 15th tonight.
That's a lot of turnovers. 7 in the second half.
The trainer,
8.5 minutes to go.
The trainer is wiping blood off the front of Jeff Bourne's jersey. They're not attending to his arm or his face, but their trainer, Jeff Lair, who's in his 16th year as Winthrop's trainer, is using the solution, spraying it on his jersey, and they're trying to clean it up. Winthrop has the basketball, 8:30 to go. Trailing by 4, 53-49. In the front court, Jerome drives down the lane, scoops with the right hand, and banks it home.
It's a nice take there. Confidence going inside amongst the big guys to get it to go. We got ourselves a 2-point game.
Here's Jarell Eddy, a drive. The floater with the right hand is good again. That gives Eddy 26. He's been all the Hokies have had tonight offensively. 55-51 the score.
He's having a whale of a game. That's a senior stepping up, playing big minutes.
Keon Johnson in the front court for Winthrop. Bounce pass near side. Smith catches there. Slides to his left. 2 hands it back to Johnson on the right. Trying to set Eddy up in a ball screen, but the Hokies defend that well. Pass to the corner. Jerome, the drive. Shot blocked out of bounds by Barksdale.
Oh, Pat Kelsey was thinking there was a foul there for sure.
Going to send us to a timeout. No foul. Winthrop ball when we come back. 7:48 to go in regulation time. Tech 55. Tickets to the Syracuse, NC State, Maryland, and UVA games. Get details at HokieTickets.com. Shorthanded Hokies with a very unusual lineup out there with Christian Beyer back in the ball game now. Johnson of Winthrop, he's a jumper with a foot on the line from the left side. That is good. 55-53. So the Hokies might have Jarell Eddy playing point guard.
Trying to rest Devin Wilson over there for the stretch run. Yep. Under 7.5 minutes left now.
A drive by Jarell. Down the lane he goes. Turns to shoot. Puts it up and in. That's a good way to play point guard. Dribble the ball around. Drive down. Fade, fire, and score.
Look like Eric Green out there. And he has now tied his career high.
Incredible game. It's the first time he's ever played point guard. As the Hokies have one healthy point guard and 3 hurt tonight. Here's Johnson down the lane, and he gets fouled on his way to the goal. Mueller, I shouldn't say hurt. Mueller's ineligible this year. He would have probably been Virginia Tech's starting point guard. The backup would have been Rankin. He's out in a suit and tie tonight. And then Adam Smith, the third guard, he's in a suit and tie tonight. So
that makes it tough.
That's why we were joking with JJ before the game. If this was the NBA, this is where you sign someone to a 10-day contract, go down to the D-League, sign somebody.
That's right. That's what Xavier Dowdell got the benefit of that one time. Remember, Phoenix picked him up.
Johnson at the free throw line misses the first. That was team foul number 6 on Virginia Tech. So both teams in the bonus now the rest of the way. Hokies get Wilson and Marshall Wood back in. 7:02 to go. That was a big free throw miss for Keon Johnson, number 5 in maroon. The second free throw's good. 57-54. Just half court and man. They play the same style of defense that Virginia does, that packed line defense. Wilson of Virginia Tech handles in the front court. Hokies have not made a three-point shot in the second half. 0 for 3. They hit 7 in the first half. Now we've got a foul away from the basketball, and it's a holding foul on Winthrop.
Called that on Scott, holding C.J. Barksdale.
So C.J. will shoot a 1-and-1. Hokies will huddle up at the free throw line now. Wilson actually now going to go over and talk things over with head coach James Johnson. As a rookie point guard, every possession is a learning experience or a teaching moment for the coach.
And every possession down the stretch in a tight game like this is absolutely big as well.
First one by Barksdale is up, and it is good. A key free throw for CJ, who's had a really nice season from the charity stripe. 2 for 3 tonight. 13 of 15 on the season for CJ. And the junior from Danville swishes the next as well. Hokies by 5 again. 59-54 the score. Twice in the second half, Winthrop had the ball down 1, but the Hokies got stops. Let's see what happens now. Jerome down the lane. Shot blocked by Raines. And he comes away with it down underneath. Another key stop. Outlet to Wilson. Into the front court. Down the lane. To the goal. Puts it in with the right hand.
So you get a little break on the bench there, Billy. You get some fresh legs. He can attack.
Johnson takes it the other way. Shot blocked, but a foul is called as he went to gun it in. They're going to call Wilson with the foul. Last night on Tech Talk Live, JJ said, we're getting better defensively. We're getting stops. The Hokies held Radford to just 34% here on Friday night. There's no question the Hokies have some guys who can score. They've had 10 different players score at least 10 points in a game this season. The key is getting stops.
And stringing stops together. Get 2, 3, 4 in a row.
Johnson puts the first free throw in for Winthrop. That makes it 61-55 with 6:18 to go in the second half.
Johnson up to 14 points now. He's having a good game. Averages 13.
Here's the next one for the young man from Ohio, and it is good. Winthrop has not pressed tonight. You know that could be coming, though.
Save it for the last 4 minutes, maybe.
If the Hokies are tired or if Wilson is not in the game. Devin drives down the lane and had his shot blocked out of bounds. It'll be Virginia Tech ball. 24 to shoot, 6:05 to go. The Hokies have 3 timeouts remaining. Winthrop has 4 with 6:05 on the clock. Here's the inbound to Wilson. Flips it into Eddy to catch the shot. No good, but Raines is there to tip home the miss.
Oh, a big play from CADARIAN Raines.
Inbound long lob. Moore. Alley-oop. Intercepted. Barksdale to catch. Trying to lob it up to Bourne, but CJ picked it off. Hands it to Wilson. Across the line he comes. 5:45 to go. Hokies lead by 7. 63-56 with 5:40 to go.
Work a little clock here. Get a good shot.
Wilson feeds it to Eddie. He's fouled. He shoots and scores again. Second time in the game he's been fouled. Shooting a 3. He makes the shot. A new career high for Eddie, and he'll go to the line.
How about that? Jarell Eddie feeling it tonight. Adding to his career high. He's got 31 points now. Trying to make a second 4-point play.
In the first half, Jarell had his own personal 17-point run. He scored 17 consecutive Virginia Tech points. And now in the second half, he's trying to finish up his second 4-point play of the game. And he does with the free throw. Wow. And all of a sudden, the Hokies lead it by 11, 67-56. 32 for Jarell Eddie.
It's one of those games, Bill, where he's just in the zone. It's like everything he thinks he throws up is going to go in, and most of them have.
Out of the timeout, Winthrop Smith gets open for a left wing 3. That's off the back of the iron, no good. And Marshall Wood clears the carom for Virginia Tech. The Hokies have dominated the glass. They're plus 12 tonight. They're a plus 7.2 rebounding team on the season. They've done that well. In the front court, Tech with the basketball. Wilson out front in the middle of the floor where the big VT logo is painted on the floor. Draws a double team. Finds the open man Barksdale in the corner. He'll heave a long one. It's good. A 3-ball for Barksdale. And the Hokies lead at 70-56.
Another great pass from Devin Wilson, Billy, cross court. His vision is just outstanding.
Winthrop with the basketball in the front court. This is the Hokies' biggest lead of the night, 14. Out front, Bourne catches their center, reverses the basketball to JOAB, and a foul is called inside on Barksdale. That'll be the 10th on the Hokies. Or Raines, rather. 4th on Raines, so he has 4 personals.
Just bumped the guy on the way through.
It'll be 2 shots, however, for James Bourne, the Bishop O'Connell High School in Northern Virginia kid who's just a 55% free throw shooter. Clock is stopped as the southpaw steps up there and makes the first. 70-57 the score.
You know, we had that close game. It's what we talked about, Bill. The Hokies have it in them every now and then to come up with a big run when it gets tight. Game was down to 1, and they put it together. Led by Jarell Eddie.
Bourne misses the second one, and Raines has the rebound. Again, this Winthrop team has not extended its defense once. Just straight half-court man-to-man. Virginia Tech by 13, 4:28 to go. Wilson out front. Wilson to the wing. Penetrates, draws the defender, hands it off to Jarell Eddie. Quickly feeds the post. Raines the catch. The shot is good.
Well, that's the most aggressive we've seen CADARIAN Raines in a long time.
Hokies by 15. And down the lane, ball gets lobbed underneath. That might have been a shot attempt by Brown, but Brown scored. Johnson tried to shoot. The Hokies blocked the shot. It popped up in the air. The little kid hit the deck. The ball came to Brown, and he put it in. 72-59.
It looked like C.J. Barksdale had a hand in there for a long time. I thought it should have been a held ball.
I was thinking the same thing. Wilson out front for Virginia Tech. 2 hands at the Barksdale, who just hit that 3. Feeds Eddie. A lob to Raines. Down the floor. Cutting, scoring, and drawing the foul is Barksdale.
How about CADARIAN Raines? Recognized when the double team was coming. Got the pass out to the cutter. And C.J. Barksdale finishes, gets the bucket and 1.
Really good passing team, Mike. They do that really well. Another assist. You look at it. Devin Wilson has 8 assists again tonight. And the Hokies lead by 15 with a free throw coming up. Let's step aside. 3:44 to go in the game. Virginia Tech 74 and Winthrop 59. Now let's hear this from Hardee's. Everyone listening tonight on Hokies Extra on your phone, tablet, or computer. Remember, you can find the Hokies Extra app for free in the iTunes App Store or the Android app on Google Play.
Yeah, the Hokies are up 50-49, Billy, and the Hokies kind of turned the afterburners on here and got that lead up fast.
Barksdale free throw is good. A good free throw shooting night for the Hokies. 75-59, a 16-point lead, biggest of the game for James Johnson's team, looking for its 3rd consecutive win. Here's Jerome dribbling at the head of the key, flips it on the near wing. It's caught by Andre Smith. One-on-one with Jarell Eddie. Reverses the ball deep to the left corner. Vega catching there. 15 to shoot. Vega crosses over, flips it to Smith. The catch, the shot for three, no good. And the rebound to Barksdale of Virginia Tech. Hokies now plus 14 in the rebounding category tonight as well. That staff did a really good job tonight getting this team ready to play shorthanded.
No doubt about it. Deserve a lot of credit. Guys playing different positions.
Wilson gets his pocket picked at midcourt by Vega. 2-on-1. Drives and dishes, and a layup is missed by Davenport, and the ball is held up on the rebound. It'll be Virginia Tech possession, and that kind of sums up the last 10 minutes of this game for Winthrop. 2-on-1. They make the pass, get the layup, and it drops off the rim.
Tough break there for Devin Wilson. Turns it over for the 5th time. He's got 8 assists, Billy, but those turnovers will just drive him absolutely crazy. Defended well, though, to prevent that 2-on-1.
2:55 to go in the second half. Hokies 75 and Winthrop 59. And now a reach-in foul on Vega, and it'll be 2 shots for Devin Wilson.
Devin's played a lot of minutes tonight.
He's really breathing hard.
He is.
But I was going to say, this is the 3rd time I've started this thought tonight. Wilson gets fouled a lot. In fact, he may end up shooting more free throws than anybody else on the team this year because of the way he plays and well, he's the point guard, but his physical attacking style. His free throw percentage is in the 70s. If he could get up to 85% from the free throw line, instead of averaging 7 or 8 points a game, he could average 11 or 12. If
sure, especially with the new rules.
Yep. He makes both free throws here. 77-59, an 18-point lead. JJ tells his guys no fouls. No fouls with 2:44 to go, waving his arms in front of him. Winthrop sets up in the half court. Vega catches on the wing on the left, right in front of Coach Kelsey. Goes baseline on Wilson, flips it out to Smith. Catches it on a short hop. Over to Jerome on the right wing. The stocky senior from Atlanta goes all the way down the lane, puts it up, and he's fouled. JJ turns to his coaches and says, I just told him no foul. Isn't that the way that works?
Can't give him a free, easy look, though, Billy.
Fair enough. By the way, JJ sporting a fantastic purple tie tonight.
That is pretty cool. He's got some threads now. You get to be a head coach, man, the wardrobe goes up. I mean, seriously. That's why, you know, a color guy, I'm sitting here, you know, I got like a slappy tie on. You got the play-by-play dude, big-time tie.
That's correct. Jerome makes the first free throw. I've gone shopping with you once. I know why. Jerome made the first. He'll shoot again.
I can't afford those $150 Macy ties like you got.
150. What was that? Half price?
Online.
77-61 the score. 16 points. I couldn't even get you to go to Macy's with me last week. Or Saks.
We weren't even close to him.
Here's Johnston out front for Virginia Tech. 2:10 to go, second half. Hokies Devin Wilson on the wing on the right. Quick first step, goes behind his back, crosses over, goes baseline, and it's stripped out of his hands, out of bounds. Hokies will get it back. 13 to shoot, 2:05 to go. Have you ever seen the tie selection at Saks in New York?
Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable.
It's fantastic.
They got like 20 of the same ones.
It's fantastic. All those Italian and French names.
Bonjour.
Here's the inbound, caught by Eddie. The quick catch, the shot, got it again.
Wow, nothing but net for Jarell Eddie.
34.
Fire.
Hokies 79, Winthrop 61. A minute 54 to go in the game. Smith bombs at the other end and knocks it down with a foot on the line. It'll be a 2-point goal. 79-63 the score with a minute 44 to go. That's the best tie selection of high-end ties I've ever seen. Saks. Here's Wilson down the lane. The floater with the right hand is good.
Just that point of the game, there's no defense.
It is. We start talking about designer men's neckwear. Vega in the front court for Winthrop. Flips it to Smith. Goes baseline on the right. Feeds it along the baseline. Pass caught by Jerome. Pick and roll back into the corner. He throws it to Smith. He misses the three. Barksdale the rebound. A minute 15 to go. 81-63 Hokies. Another double-digit win. With a minute 8 to go, the fans who are here tonight applaud the effort of this team. Short-handed, undermanned. They are going to be a tired bunch of Hokies tonight. The 7 kids who played. It's actually 9 tonight, counting the walk-ons.
Good thing they got a few days before the Miami game. ACC play starts on Sunday.
Hokies holding the ball down to 6 to shoot. Wilson out front, comes left with 3. Out to Barksdale, pulls the trigger and misses a 3. 40 seconds to go. 81-63 the score. Jerome goes down the lane. Wilson bats the ball free, dives for it, and they'll tie it up. How about that for Wilson? And what a hand this young man will get. 11 points and 8 assists tonight. 35 seconds to go. Winthrop inbounds to Johnson. A quick catch and shot for the little fella, and it rolls around and out. Spinning his way out. Hokies rebound. Shot clock off. 27 seconds to go. It's 81-63. Jarell Eddy brings it across the line. Hokies do not need to shoot. Winthrop won't foul, and the Hokies can just run the clock down. Jarell Eddy, a career-high 34 points. And Virginia Tech going to win its 3rd game in a row tonight. 8 seconds to go as the coaches walk towards the scores table to shake hands. Hokies were shorthanded tonight, but Jarell Eddy stole the show, Mike.
Yeah, you tip your hat to Jarell Eddy. He just, the senior, stepped up and played great minutes tonight. He's up with a career-high 34. Just a dynamite game. He was feeling it tonight, folks.
Final score, Virginia Tech 81 and Winthrop 63. Our Farm Bureau Insurance postgame report is coming up after this from Subway.
Celebrate the season.